everyone. Today I'll briefly show you how to deploy a Tensorflow model onto Google Cloud Platform. Okay, so I myself have tried many ways and took a few Coursera courses to try to resolve this problem, but I think this is probably the fastest way that I found out on how to address this. Okay, so first things first, before we start doing deploying everything, you need to at least have a Google Cloud Platform, which you can see open here. You will need to register for a payment method for Google Cloud for the use of the various APIs. You need to have access to Google Cloud storage as well as our Google Cloud AI platform. Right. Okay. So firstly, what we'll start off with is to create a bucket. So this bucket would be the storage for the saved model. Okay, so let's call it maybe GCP underscore model. Okay, continue. Just maybe select appropriate storage class, and that's it. Yeah. So Google will create. What we'll do is we'll create a model. So to create a model, we'll look for AI notebook. Okay. So on the Google Cloud AI platform, basically you can deploy run Jupyter Lab. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. So if you have not created a new instance, you can create new instance, TensorFlow 1 without GPU. So it's just a very basic configuration. Okay, so right now I think for Google there's only you can only deploy TensorFlow 1 version 1 model, so TensorFlow version 2 is not available yet. Okay. Create. Okay, so let's wait for the Jupyter Lab to fire up. Okay, now the instance is ready, so open Jupyter Lab. Then okay, so what we will do here is do a git clone. So I am going to clone a git repository. Okay, so this repository would be available in the link below. Okay, GitHub netspec at bostonhousing.git clone. Okay, and here we go. Okay, so within here there's a Python 3 notebook. Okay, so in here what I've essentially done is this is a very simple but non-trivial model of a neural network built on the Kira's Boston Housing dataset. Okay, so first things first, we will need to rename the bucket to GCP model, which is the bucket that we have created earlier. Over here is creating a model, so let's run this. Okay, so the model is created, so we have a 3-layer model. Next we'll fit the model. Okay, so the model has been created. Okay, so next thing, we will run this just to see get the first row of the test data and to predict the result. Okay, so later on we will come back to this section. Okay, and the last part is to save the model to the bucket. So over here, this path points to the Google storage bucket, and this function saves the model that we have just created into the bucket. Okay, so let's run this. So this might take like probably 1 or 2 minutes. Alright, okay, so we are getting some warning prompts, so don't worry about this. Okay, done. Okay, with that, let's go back to our Google Cloud Platform and navigate back to storage, cloud storage. And GCP model 1. Okay, and inside we will see this is our exported model. So we have the saved model, the various assets and variables related to the model. Okay, so from here we are ready to actually deploy the model. Okay, so to deploy the model, look for model and go to models AI platform. Okay, so you might need to enable the API here. Okay, so I have already enabled the API. So first thing I'll do, create a new model. So I'll call it Boston housing. Okay, let's create. And then the next thing I'll do is to create a version. So same thing, just call it version 1 because we have built it on Python 3, so Python 3.5. Framework will be Tensorflow, framework version 1.14, and runtime version the same. And the last critical parameter will be here, the model URI, basically the model directory. So we'll browse and navigate to the directory that we just saved, which is this one, Kira's export. Select this, and then keep the default, the rest default, and save. So from here, it'll take like probably a few minutes for the model to deploy. Okay, so now the model is ready. So what we will do is we'll click on the V1 version and we'll come in. So the last thing that we'll do is just to test and ensure that our model is working. So over here, we can input some sample data and test the model. So coming back to the notebook, what we'll do is we'll copy this chunk, instances and the various inputs. Okay, go back to here, paste it in the box, and then test it. Right, so we will get a result 8.88. Okay, this matches the output here, 8.88. So this is just to validate that the model that is deployed is the same as the one that we have trained. And so that's it for the video. We have successfully deployed a model.